Okay. First of all, I have to say thank you very much that you came tonight. It's so great to see guests in person and not on a screen. It's really amazing that all of you came to this event, and I also have to say thank you, Sandra, Elisa, and the team of Schattdecor for such a nice event and exhibition. It's really great to have events again. When Elisa informed me beginning of the year that she wrote me, she said, well, Claudia, our customers are missing Schattdecor. We didn't see each other for such a long time. We plan an event. I said, yeah, great, an event, a real event. People come together, we can talk, we can chat, we can exchange informations about trends, products, markets, great. And I was really jealous, but then Lisa said, Claudia, could you come for this event? And I was even more excited. Yeah, I come. My first long distance trip after 2 years. And I'm going back to Brazil and I meet guests there and we have an event. And so I was really excited about that. And after a couple of days, I informed Lisa and I said, hi Lisa, we can plan it, but there's no guarantee in these days. Maybe we have new regulations and I can't travel. Maybe cases are increasing. Maybe the event has to be postponed. There was always a maybe and what if. And so this is really normal in these days that we can't really plan, or that the plan at the end is not successful because there are changes. I'm really happy today that this plan became successful. I'm here. I arrived this morning after a long trip, and I'm really, really happy to be here in Brazil and to meet you all. And I see some faces that I recognize, but there are also some new faces. But I think we're going to have a really nice evening here. And once again, thank you for coming and thank you for organizing it. It's really great. Yeah, these are strange times. And it's a crazy world in the moment. And what can trend research and future researchers do here? Yeah? What is it? What can we do with the trend research in these days? In this crazy world? There are not a lot of events where we meet, or there are not a lot of impulses about design. There are no exhibitions. Yeah, this is a really difficult time. But we designers, we creative people, we analyze in which direction the world is moving to. And we are analyzing which futures we are going to have. Yeah? And this is something that we are permanently doing. And let's have a look into an optimistic and globalized world. Before I'm going to present our current trend topics, resilient habitats, I would like to talk a little bit more about the title of our current trend concept, resilient habitats. And resilient habitats, the title, is more relevant than ever before in these days. It's about resilience that we need, and it's about the power of resilience. There are new influences. There are new influential factors in these days. I thought I could already talk about the post-corona era. Yeah, I thought when I come, maybe we can talk about the trends after corona, but we are still in the middle, or we are maybe on the way to a post-COVID era. But in the moment, we are still in it. But a lot of people say already, we have to live with it. And this is maybe the key. We have to get used to these situations and we have to live with it. But there are also new influences in the moment. We have the COVID crisis, we have climate crisis that we are worrying about, we have financial crisis somewhere, we have economical crisis, we have refugees, and we have terror and war. And this is the situation in the moment. This is the world we are living in now. And we are already in this ecologically damaged world. And we are globally connected. The crisis mode becomes part of our new normality. This is the new normality. And it will be kind of normal to deal with these situations. To deal with this, we have to learn and we have to train new skills. Our society has to learn new skills, how to handle these situations. Organizations have to be prepared for unknown situations. And this is something that is new for us. We need resilient concepts to be prepared for the unknown unknowns that we are having almost every day. As I mentioned before, we are living in a world that is more complex. We have less, our life is less predictable, yeah, and there's uncertainty. But we also have to see that security needs a new holistic understanding. Security in these days means that we have to be prepared for new situations. We have to prepare for changes. It becomes part of the new normality that we can't plan like we did it in the past. That we say, okay, I want to reach something, so this is the plan. There will be changes in between. And there will be something which we didn't expect. But we have to react flexible. We need flexible solutions, we have to react flexible on unforeseen situations in future. And then we can handle it much easier. Resilience, what does it mean? Resilience is a word that we are using very often in these days. Yeah, we have to, the power of resilience means it's the balance between statics and the dynamic that we have in these days. So it's the balance between statics that gives us security and the dynamics that we have. These are the changes that are unexpected or that we do not know at the beginning when we start with a plan or with a project. And it's the interplay between stability and flexibility. We have to learn the competence of uncertainty. This is something that we have to learn. We have to understand that resilience is an attitude, yeah, and that we need resilient systems in the future. The society needs resilient systems, organizations. Our daily life needs these resilient systems to react flexible on new changes and situations and crises. And welcome in the era of resilience. We need it, and then we can handle situations much better. We called our trend concept, the current trend concept, resilient habitats. Because when we did all these analyses, we said, well, our interior, the places where we are living in, the living spaces, they have to react, they have to be flexible, they have to be multifunctional because they have to react on different situations. We learned a lot during the last 2 years about our home, about our working zones, about public spaces. We missed a lot during the last 2 years, and we developed new solutions for these areas in our life. And we see that this is very important, that we develop these places in the direction of the consumer's needs. And especially in these areas, we have to react on the unexpected situations that can happen. Let's start with the living zones. Our home became very important during the last 2 years. Suddenly we were at home. We had to work from home. Kids had to do homeschooling at home. And the family was more together at home than ever before. We spent so much time there. And we recognized that our home has a lot of new functions or needed new functions. So people started to restore their homes, to renovate their homes. And we found out that there were a lot of needs at home that we couldn't fulfill with furniture. So a lot of these multifunctional ideas were developed, or furniture became new functions. So, and we were very, very digital at home. And we learned a lot. And we keep this also for the future, because we know it can always happen that we have to work from home. Yeah, it doesn't stop. Even after the Corona or COVID era, it won't stop. We will work from home, and we will stay a lot of time at home. And our home became a place for retreat, became a safe place, a very valuable place. But our home must be as connected as we are. And it must be an all-rounder, like we are also all-rounders. We became these all-rounders. Yeah, we had to be flexible in this time. And this is something that we take with us to the future. And there will be more and more solutions in futures that give us the possibility to react on different situations. We need social resilience. There are mega trends like individuality. Yeah, people focus a lot more on themselves. They want to have individual solutions. It's about mindfulness. But on the other side, it's also about connectivity. Yeah, people want to be connected. They want to have their home as a place for retreat, as a safe place. But on the other side, they want to be also connected because they don't want to be socially isolated. Yeah, this is what the home looks like. It's very comfortable. It's the same warm place with nice colors and materials. It's the place where we do sports today, we work there, we eat there, we meet with friends, with family, but we can also stay there very good on our own. But we need this different, even in smaller places, we need these different possibilities. And sometimes you do not have the space to fulfill all needs, so we need to have multifunctional furniture, multifunctional rooms. In our exhibition here, we are talking about multispaces. Yeah, you see the exhibition here. And I was really impressed today to see how nicely these furnitures were developed. And it shows in a nice way that the home has to be very flexible and needs multifunctional solutions. You should have a look on the details later because there are really nice ideas in our exhibition that shows how furniture can fulfill the different needs, and all these details tell a lot of stories. These are the materials that we see for the home. Warm materials, natural looking materials. This is very important. Yeah, it's not cool, we don't see the cool materials. It's not too pure or too linear. We have round shapes, we have wooden materials, natural looking materials, and warm colors. We see wood grains like oak, yeah, natural looking, rustic ideas here for wood grains. Modern interpretation of stone and wood in warm colors in combination with concrete, so very raw and natural materials. Textiles are very important. Textiles for the interior of a furniture creates a huge value for the furniture. And warm colors also for the wood grains here. Gray tones in combination with warm materials, textiles, leather. This is what we see here. And now we come to the working zones. Also here we see the need for resilience. We had in the past at Schattdecor a culture which was like everyone has a nice office desk, a nice environment in the office. We all had to go to our office every day. And then came the change. We had to send our people home in the home office, and it was completely new for us. And at the beginning, we were just seeing a problem. Yeah, we have to send the people home. How do we handle it? How can we deal with this? Productivity, are they able to work at home or wherever? I mean, this was an experience for us that a lot of companies made. We were worrying about this. We were really worrying about the situation. But then we found out this is also a change and a chance for us. We found out, we learned a lot about that. We learned, of course, that we are very digital and mobile, and that we can really be productive even when we are working mobile and digital. And at the end, our office is not bound at any location. At the end, it's about the result of our work. Yeah, even if we are doing it at home or at another place, it's important that we can do our work and that we come at the end to good results. So also organizations have to be resilient. We need this organizational resilience. So this is the experience that we made. At the beginning we thought, oh my God, how can we do this? We have to send people home, but our culture was everyone stays in the office. We had this mixture suddenly, the production, yeah, people had to stay in the productions, the guys and the ladies from the office were in this mobile system. That was new for us, but at the end we found out sometimes these changes are needed. Yeah? We need a change to find out we can do it. And so the rule of thumb for organizational resilience is that we have to allow ourselves changes. This is very important. We have to allow ourselves that a change is possible, yeah? And then it's very important also to reward the experimentations, yeah? Try something new. And if it works, yeah, reward it, celebrate it. And now we see that there was, in the past, there was always this romantic ideas of employees that they have more work-life balance when they work at home all the time. Yeah, they thought This is work-life balance. But now they ask us, can we go back to the office? We would like to work in teams. We are alone at home. So we learn a lot more about that. And they have the freedom now, also kind of freedom now, to decide how to work, with whom to work, digitally or physically. Yeah, we make meetings online, sometimes physically. So there is no border anymore. We see that there are good points on it, gains and pains in it, and it's very important that we have this kind of freedom here, and that we make the experimentations and see what benefits we can get out of it. So the focus is on the productivity. So it doesn't matter where we work. At the end, it's the result which counts. And it's about creativity. So we need to have workspaces which are flexible. This is important. We need to have workspaces for a lot of people, but we need to have workspaces where we can also decide, or maybe change is needed, that people can work on their own, yeah, or that people work together in groups, in teams, or that they have the quiet spaces. We see that this is the pictures here about the mobile work. We can work at any place. At the end, the result counts. Yeah, so also a hotel lobby can be a mobile office. But we need to have a lot of flexibility also at the offices. This is important for co-working, but also to have a space and quietness for concentration. We see new materials here. In the past, office was an office. We had light colors, clean desk. Every desk was looking the same. For the new concepts, we see a lot of mix and match, warm materials, materials that we are also finding in the living spaces, warm colors for wood grains. We always say that also the office is like a home for the employees. Yeah, they should enjoy also the time in their office. They should feel comfortable because they spend a lot of time there. And we want to feel comfortable there. So therefore, it's also important to have materials which create a nice and casual atmosphere here. Light woods, creative patterns, yeah, of wood grains. Flexibility in an office, especially for creative workers. This is very important, yeah, to choose to work in teams or alone. Concrete and walnut. And also other materials like metals or stones. Now we come to the public zones. We think that the public zones will have the biggest change in future. How did we go shopping during the last 2 years? We did online shopping. Yeah, most of us did the online shopping. We were sitting at home in our retreat, in our safe place, yeah, very comfortable. And we were digitally shopping. We had to do that, yeah, to protect each other. This was very important. But it was really hard for the shops. And also the restaurants and the places where we had fun in the past and where we made new experiences. Hotels, exhibitions, the restaurants and bars, they were empty. And we are all longing for these experiences. And we think that in future we need to have new concepts. The consumers want more experience. When they go out and when they go back to the restaurants, to the bars and places, they want to experience something new. Because this city can react on different crises and changes. We need to have green cities. We are talking about the green lung in cities. We are talking about special places in cities where people come together and experience something new. We are talking about the 15-minute cities. Especially in the COVID time, people stayed at home. They were enjoying not to go too far away to do their shopping, or to the takeaway restaurants. So we are talking about these 15-minute cities. So parts of the cities where you have everything around you. We are talking about climate problems. So mobility is also a topic. People want to walk or take the bicycle to go shopping. So we need to have the cities who offer us experience and something new very close to us. So we are talking about these quarters in the city that can deliver us new experiences. And we are talking about new concept stores, where you have maybe not only one kind of product, where you have a mixture of different products, but they fit together. When we are talking about interior, we are talking about concept stores where you can buy everything. You do it, consumers do it when they do online shopping. They buy stories, they buy a concept. And they got used to it, that they can combine everything really fast. We need to have stores like this in future because people want to go out again. And when they go out, they want to make new, fresh experiences because everything else they can buy online. So there will be this competition between online and digital, but also a huge chance for the future in the cities to create something new as an experience for the users. The green cities are important. Green architecture, new concept stores, something extraordinary, something it's worth to go to wait for, to get a table there or a seat. We are talking about new places where people can meet in the middle of a city, safe places. We never know what's happening again. So we need to have this flexibility also in cities. We made a lot of compromises during the last 2 years. And a lot of solutions that we found were compromises because we thought, it takes only a while and then it's gone. But now we recognize we have to live with situations like this. So we need a maximum of flexibility in every area of our life. So the materials also at public spaces are very warm and natural. They are, it's about materials that can create a very cozy atmosphere for the users. They feel comfortable there. The materials, the interior in all places of our life need to give us a good atmosphere. We need to feel comfortable with it. This creates this kind of security that we are looking for in times where we do not have this, where we can't plan everything, and where we do not know what's going to happen next. Warm material, fresh colors. And it's also the time for colors again. There are a lot of trend scouts who say we are going to talk about really playful colors in future. Because people are longing for it, these fresh colors, for a good and optimistic atmosphere. But we're also talking about light colors in wood grains. They're a really nice background for other materials. They are neutral. It's not about the solid colors. It's really about natural looking materials. Yeah, this is the trend concept that we are currently presenting. And it's about flexibility. It's about the resilient systems that we need for the future. There will be new solutions for sure to react on unforeseen situations. And as flexible as we have to be for the future, as flexible our environment has to be. And there is still a lot of space left for new concepts and ideas, and I'm looking forward to this. So thank you very much for your attention, and enjoy the evening. I do this well. Thank you.